Right, hello and welcome to my game against Keith Riach. This was played in November 2007. I had the white pieces, Keith had the black. Keith was graded 121 this year, which meant that he was graded 24 points higher than myself. So it was obviously it was on paper the favourite to win this one. The game started d4, knight f6. This is mainline classical King's Indian. Let's get through the opening moves because obviously you know how the mainline classical King's Indian goes. Right, a5. This is black clamping down on the white to queen side. Obviously white, his pawn chain is directed towards a queen side, which usually means queen side attack. And the black pawn chain is firing down at the king side, so black will obviously want to expand on the king side. White's a5 obviously slows down white's attack on the queen side. So I'll just carry on as normal. This knight is obviously wanting to go into c5. It's a nice little temporary outpost it would be. Right. Bishop g5. This is obviously aimed at slowing down the black kingside expansion. The knight on f6 is pinned at the moment. This is all standard stuff. The queen comes out of the pin. Knight d2. Right, the reason I play knight d2 here is because after g5 I would like to be able to stick my bishop on at f2, so I'll just have to play f3 first. And this bishop on f2 would be aimed at the c5 square, which obviously aids in the advance of the c pawn. h7. Now obviously black is aiming for the f5 push, so I better get on with my queenside plans. a3, rook b1. Right, black goes in with his f5 push, so now I'll play my move f3. This is the move that I want to play, which then allows me to get my bishop down to f2. There we go. Right, h5. I'm not entirely sure what the knight on h5 is actually doing. It turns out it doesn't do very much in the actual game, so I get on with my attack at b4. And now I'm definitely threatening to play c5, and white's attack does look much faster than black's at the moment. A takes b4, a takes b4. It's looking very good for white at the moment. Knight on f4. Right, obviously black is attacking my knight on e2. It's not such a problem for me. The light squared bishop is bad, and it's not really going to have any sort of, it's not really going to be taking any part in my kingside queenside expansion. The dark squared bishop is obviously the more important, so I just get on with my attack c5, and white is definitely slightly better, at least anyway. Knight takes e2. It's no problem to me, that. Queen takes c2. Black really needs to start doing something on the king side. I mean, his pieces are very passive at the moment. Not really going to be doing anything with those. Needs to redeploy them somehow. Queen c4. Just piling up on the squares around the queen side. King h7. Just moving off the diagonal with the queen. That's not really any other reason behind that move, really. c6. Now this is definitely winning for white now. Just Fantastic queenside attack against a much higher rated opponent. I don't think he realised just how strong this is actually. B takes c6. I can now take with the pawn. I've got a nice outpost on d5, and the b pawn is just going to be running riot down this b file. Black is so weak on the queen side now. Bishop e6, not a problem. Knight in d5. Queen g5. Apart from the knight on d2, this move isn't really threatening anything. I'll just play queen d3. It keeps everything covered, keeps the outpost at d5 and defending the knight on d2. So black decides that the knight is too strong on d5, so he takes it, snaps it straight off, and I take back with the queen. Importantly, not with the pawn. I can't afford to give black any chances of pawn roller down the centre of the board. I need to keep this advantage for as long as possible. Now black plays knight b8. He's starting to panic now. b5. This is much better for white now. Black is severely panicking at this stage. He obviously doesn't know what to do because it should be an easy win for white now. But unfortunately he blunders with rook a2. I thought about it for a few minutes just to try and work out why he'd played it, but it turned out it was just a pure blunder. After I played queen takes a2, he resigned, and that's game over. That's my win in November 2007 against K Riach. Thanks for watching.